Oh, is it? Cool. You don't suck at digital art. It just takes practice. And finish your design as like Illustrator. I wonder if you can do. Is it free? Is that one of the free ones, or is it different, or is it not free? Oh, $55. Critter is free. I cheat with my line art all the time. Like the line art for everything I do, I draw on Photoshop, just like literally draw it, and then I take it over to Illustrator and then just use a one click to vector it. And usually the line weights are really nice because you've got the line weights from the way you draw it, and it makes the like sometimes it's like take a little bit of tweaking to get like the lines how you want them, but I just don't really cheat. Oops, it's the wrong one. It's like my line art takes like no time at all. I do most of my work in Rebel from sketch to completion, and then drop it in Photoshop to resize and color correct. PaintShop Pro. It's the closest thing to Photoshop I have, but I can use like 5% of it. I do most of my work in Rebel from sketch to complete. Oh, sorry, I read that bit. I mix between Photoshop and Illustrator. Mostly Photoshop though. I do most things in Photoshop. And then I use Illustrator for my patterns, for doing the pattern drafting. I use a mixture between Illustrator and Clo for that. So, and then I've got InDesign for the book that I'm writing. And I use Paint. I do use Paint. I copy and paste to Paint all the time. I kind of live in Illustrator and Photoshop with my limited knowledge. I feel like those are the only two that I know how to use, and I think that kind of puts me off from trying other things because I know I can do most things in Illustrator and Photoshop that I need to do. Look at that! The bobbin ran out at just the perfect time. How often does that happen? So it's like I mean, the only reason I want to have a go at Rebel is for the art side of it, but I want to oil paint, like physically oil paint more than do digital. So, but yeah, like my emotes and stuff I do in Photoshop and Illustrator. I've used Photoshop since college. Yeah, me too. Oh, what's happening here? Oh. You can turn off paper texture.